Good afternoon. Today is Monday, November 30th, and the class is the Romans 1, the first part, Oral History, second year, Colegio Simón Bolívar. We're going to study the city of Rome, how it became a great empire, the contributions that these Romans made to Western civilization, and relationship between Roman Empire and Christianity. First of all, we're studying location. Where is the city of Rome? Where is Italy, the peninsula? In Europe, we will talk about the Mediterranean Sea and also the location that we studied last time about the Greeks and also about Asian civilizations, comparing that to Egyptians and to the people of the Mediterranean Sea. First of all, where is Italy? Italy is a wood-shaped peninsula at the south of Europe that leaks into the Mediterranean Sea. We talked about the location of the city that was formed or was founded in one of the seven hills that is known as Palatine, and that's where the city of Rome was founded. We have some pictures, some drawings about the earliest ancient city of Rome. Then we have this picture also about the peninsula, the Italian peninsula, and we see the different civilizations we had in there. This picture shows us the architecture of the Romans, what we learn when we visit and we can go and see in the very good shape all these structures are left. Then we are going to talk about this specific picture, that is the showing of the female wolf that took over Romulus and Remus, the legend of the Italian formation of the civilization of Rome. We talk here about how Rome was founded. We talked about the prince, the Trojan prince, and then the Latin prince that was a civilization also in Italy that gave birth to these two babies with the sun god Mars. And these babies were taken to the riverbank and the wolf took them over, fed them, and took care of them until the shepherd killed this wolf, and then the shepherd took them home. These two boys were raised and grew up to become, one of them was the king of the city of Rome, in this case, Romulus. Then we have another map of the formation of the different communities, the different civilizations we have here. Then we talk about who were the Etruscan. They came from a place called Etruria, which is the mountain region in the north of Rome, and they were called people of the sea. So we're going to define each of them, what was the most important part of what they did. They were the highest civilized people. They had the Greek alphabet. They were known as great builders. They also dug tunnels to build them to drain their fields so they can plant safely. They were great traders. They were also excellent farmers, and they raised animals too. Then we talked about the Etruscan had a good army. The soldiers learned from the Greeks, from the Spartans. And there was one big difference between the Etruscan and the Spartan. And in this case, the Etruscan wore a heavy leather sandal that tied around their ankles. We have some pictures. We also mentioned the Etruscan were people dedicated to music, to the art, painting, drawings, building, and also they were into sports. So we also mentioned that the Etruscan had a very strong sense of social order. They have the specific social classes, upper class, middle class, and lower class. They also believe in many gods. They believe that the universe was the center and was divided into provinces. Each province was ruled by a different god. They also said that the most important gods were Tinia, Uni, and Minerva. The Etruscan believe that humans have to please their gods so they can become a good person and a successful person. So they believe in life after death, and that's why they create the catacombs. We also mentioned the Etruscan conquered Rome, and Lucius Tarquinius, who was the first Etruscan ruler of Rome. All of the contributions that the Etruscan gave to the Roman civilization were the architecture, the language, customs, in this case, the gladiators' games, and the religious belief. Then we mentioned just to close, what is the legacy of the Etruscan in ancient Rome to the Western civilization. They left a very high and very long-lasting legacy around the world. They cover not only the most important time, but also they existed for 1,000 years. So they are still very well known today in basis of what we learn or we inherit from his government, their law, language, architecture, engineering, and religions. We also said the Romans admired the Greeks' culture and art. They conquered Greece. They brought many Greek artists to Rome to make or to build their structures and most of the columns in the Greek fashion. So the art of ancient Greece had a great influence on the art of ancient Rome. So we have some pictures that we share with the students about the painting on the walls. We also have the wonderful structures and architecture and the beautiful pictures these people had. And then we do have a classwork. The students have to finish this, read and answer the following questions. What is the name of the hills where Rome was founded? Who took care of the babies Romulus and Remus? Why? Name 4 characteristics of the Etruscan. What was the difference between the Etruscan and Greek soldiers? How many gods did they have? And name them all, please. And who was the first Etruscan ruler? Once you finish, you can upload on Academia the same way we have done before with a homework module, and it's called the Etruscan. This is due today. Well, thank you very much for your attention.